Today on part 5 of the Ruger 1022 budget build, we're going to be looking at a scope here from CvLife. This is a 6-24x50 scope, and that's coming up next year on Jesse B Outdoors. Welcome back everybody, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Leave a comment down below if you like videos like this. So what we're going to do today is we're going to take a look at the CvLife 6x24x50 scope here. What we're going to do is we're going to do an unboxing, take a look at it, then I'm going to tell you some features about it, and then I'm going to stick it on the Ruger 1022 budget build. So let's get started. Now that we're at the table, let's go ahead, pop this open, and see what's in it. First thing we're going to do is pull out, we got the scope here, we got the box, we've got a battery, that's for the illumination on it, and that looks like everything in the box. So we'll start with this here. This comes with a CR2032 battery. That's nice of them to include the battery for it. Then in the box here, what we're going to have is our free scope rings that come with the scope, and I will be trying these out first to see if I like them or not. And you can see the scope rings there. They are made to fit any kind of pick rail or weaver style rail, so you'll have no issues with that. They are a 1-inch diameter to match the scope. And then we'll get the scope out here. And it looks like we got something with the scope too. You can get it all off of here. We've got a little cleaning towel that's in with the scope. Then we also have scope caps. Truthfully, I am not a real big fan of these scope caps, but that's everything that comes in the box here. So let's go ahead and go over the scope and tell you the features about it. We're going to start at the front of the scope and work our way back here. What we got here is a fully multi-coated lens that delivers 95% light transmission for a high contrast and color accurate picture. The 50mm objective here has a field of view of 28 feet at 100 yards. The blended coatings are built to last and will not fade from normal wear and tear on these. Now out at the front end of the scope here, we have the adjustable objective lens that can be adjusted from the end of the scope here from 10 yards all the way to infinity. And as I turn it, it's nice and tight, and it's not going to move around on you, but it's nice and smooth, and there's infinity. Now what this allows for is a sharper image and elimination of parallax and range estimation. Now let's take the turret caps off here and take a look at the turrets here. The turret caps come off real nice and smooth. Seems like they're machined real well. Got a little knurling on them, gotta love that. So the turrets here are crisp, consistent, and precise for windage and elevation adjustments. They are fast to adjust. The caps can be removed and reset to 0, which is a really nice touch on this. They are 1-inch adjustments at 100 yards, and they're audible and tactile. You can definitely hear it, and you can definitely feel it. Good thing about turrets when they can do that. Moving a little further back now, we go to the adjustment here. You can see it has a nice little knob here, and it does have some knurling here, and this is a 6-24. And as I'm moving it, it's nice, smooth, and tight. Don't feel like it could get bumped out anywhere. Get nice traction on the machine parts here. The only thing I don't like about this is the knob. It should be on top and move on top and not go underneath the scope. That would make it hard to grab. But besides that, this looks like a very nice piece here. Now we move back here, we have our illumination adjustment here. And this has nice knurling on it, and you can really feel the movements on here. Now what this does, it lights the reticle up in green and red, and it has 5 different adjustments on it for both colors. That's a real nice touch for in the evening or at night when you're using this. Now we'll move to the back here, and it has an adjustable ocular for a clear image. This is for people who are nearsighted or farsighted without glasses. And once again, it's got knurling on it where you can get some traction on it to spin it, and it moves nice and smoothly. That's very nice. And the last thing about this scope, this is 17 inches long, 3.1 inches wide, and 3.1 inches high, which is all at the Ocular out here. And the total weight of this thing is 1.4 pounds. Now that's enough about the scope. Let's get this thing mounted. Now we got it mounted on the gun, and I think that looks great. Of course, I don't have enough room on my table for you to see the whole gun with it on, but I really like the looks of that. So now let's go ahead and check something else out. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the illumination on this. We're going to start off with red. We got 1, don't see much there. 2 is a little bit better. 3, 4, and 5. Now 3, 4, and 5 looks a lot better on this than 1 and 2 did with the red. Let's go to green. There's 1. That's way better than 1 on red. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Wow, I think the green is a lot better than the red on this, but this will also depend on your eye and when you're hunting or shooting in the evening or at night, which one's going to work for your eye. All right, everyone, I just want to give you a full view of the rifle here, and man, I think this thing looks great. Let's do a little flyby here from front to back. Man, I love the looks of this, and I think this thing turned out great. I cannot wait to fire this thing. So now what we got here is a full rifle with everything you need to fire it. So let's go over a recap of what's been done to this. Part 1, we went over the total price of the gun of what I paid for it and the Monstrum Tactical Optics mount here. Part 2, we went over the ER Shaw barrel. Part 3, we went over the Hogue stock here. Part 4, we went over the bipod here from CvLife. Part 5 is this video where we went over the CvLife scope here. Now, I think this is all great and all fits into a budget build. So what we're going to do is now we're going to fire this rifle, get it sighted in, break in the barrel. No, not that easy. I said we got one more part. There's going to be a part 6. So if you stayed to watch to the end of the video, there is one more part we're going to add to this. Leave a comment down below if you think you know what that part is. So I hope you guys are enjoying this little build series on the Ruger 1022 budget build. I'm having a lot of fun building this thing, and I hope you guys are enjoying watching it. I cannot wait to fire this thing. And like I said, I'm building this because I'm not that great of a rifle shooter. So I thought it'd be fun to build something like this to show you guys how cheap you could do something like this and hopefully become a better shooter like I'm hoping to. If you guys follow the channel, you know I shoot a lot of handguns, but not many rifles. Well, that's all I've got for today. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Leave a comment down below. Also, don't forget, we are one nation under God, and I'll see you all on the next one.